or else.
So let me do that. Well, that I have a question off that, but I know AJ wanted to ask something. Savage, did you have a comment on what Uncle Geoff just said?
No, I have a comment for Tay because Tay asked like what can we do? She asked a question earlier about like what should be done to change to get a man because she said she wanted a man.
Okay, and I want to assess. Maybe we'll do this. We'll do this on a separate show. Is sisterhood too strong for its own good? I'm not sure how to phrase it, but it seemed like the sisterhood is fucking killing y'all.
That makes sense. Though.
Yeah,
the way you worded it.
Fake
Okay.
sisterhood.
Well,
Okay,
I got you, Uncle Geoff. I got you.
Okay, so to address something for you, Tay. So when I met my wife made more money than me. When we got married, before a year of us being married, I was able to make it to where she didn't have to work. And when we got together, I made less money than her, and we had to buy a bigger house because within the month of us getting married, she got pregnant, so we needed a bigger house. But she had enough faith in me, even though most women say they want a man that makes as much or more. I didn't make as much as she made. I also had 2 baby moms. So, like, I wasn't the best pick. Like, on paper, I wasn't the best pick. But she had faith in me, and she allowed me the space to be what she needed. I wasn't everything she needed, but I was able to do enough to get to where we could be where we needed. So, the mindset of women, it's the way that you view men is really what's going to change the way that things work. So, like, my wife doesn't work now. We have a bigger house. We have more kids. But on paper, if you would have been like, oh, face tats, criminal record, 2 baby moms, makes less than you? No. Let's throw him in the trash bin. So, like, it's not necessarily the things that women need or things that women want. It's the things that women need, which is most important. And a guy that realizes that you're willing to follow his lead or take his advice or listen or be willing to change, those men will do the most for you.
Got it. Yeah, I was
going to read a few super chats. You can reply real quick. True Impact with the $10. You are too old to try to present yourself as a young virgin. What man stayed for 13 years? Too old for excuses. Sound good. Stop the cap. Be loved with the $5. Be introspective. Open your mind, ladies. Unlearn some things. Seek therapy. Take accountability and be willing to grow. This will get you further. Greatness to work, $5. Watch the documentary on Hugh Hefner asking, is it black, I guess? Black women to pay for their eggs. That divesting agenda will look way different to you. Wake up. Go ahead, Tay.
Yeah, so well, thank you, Savage, for that context. So I guess what I'm thinking is, because in my situation I do make more usually than the guys that I date, but I don't have that standard where you just have to make enough to sustain your own life. That's what my deal is, because I'm not taking care of you. Right now, if we join houses or if we, that's a different situation. We talk about combining incomes. But what I'm finding is that they're not comfortable once they do find out what I have or what I make. Then it's a different situation. Then I'm too independent. I have to be independent because who else is going to pay my bills? I'm also paying my parents' bills. So that's my situation. Okay. You see what it's not all women, and it's not most women.
Tay, you getting these soft ass white collar niggas?
Yeah, but
I need to start looking at these blue collar fucking garbage dragging motherfuckers.
Let me jump in here real quick, Hank. Tay, do you?
I got you. But real quick, Mike, before you use a lot of big words, let me just say it straight. Get you a Amazon working ass nigga that's making 15, then 17, then 20. Look at AFR working now. He gonna freeze to death outside, but he gonna work. That's the type of nigga you need. That's gonna be loyal. He kind of ugly, but he could be handsome if you dress him up.
Medium ugly.
Yeah.
Medium
Scratching Dent.
You feel me?
So
everybody has their own. Everybody has.
We got to do this for the masses.
And taking the Nordstrom rack and blow 500.
Get what they don't want.
We need to
know. Listen, man, that's what Uncle Geoff, say it again. You need a Nordstrom Rack nigga. They gonna be loyal as fuck.
I'm good with that. That's what I'm saying.
They don't want that.
But that's not my problem.
AJ, they
No,
need it.
I don't think that's fair to say.
Man,
That's
don't
not
listen
want
to
it.
these ninjas, man.
Y'all being unfair.
Tay, are you a college educated woman?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, so this is
I
what
gotta
I
get
need
AJ in.
This is what I need a lot of black women to understand, because I think we've created a narrative in the black community that is not true. The average woman now, I guess, that makes average salary is actually college educated, meaning, so we need to look at it as just, you make money, you're college educated. It does not mean that you are too good for the average man. Not saying that you are, because I want you to look at what everybody brings to the table in totality. An electrician that makes 60 grand from his job and 30 or 40 grand on thumbtack, because my electrician does that. All right. He is considered technically a high value man, but remember, this man has no debt. A lot of these women who have college educations, you come packing a wallet.
Shit like that.
So listen, and this is a story he told me. He's a prior felon, got neck tattoos in the front. His woman, and when he shows up, I saw him.
Shit like that.
Immediately, like a fuse blew, because who puts the fuse box outside? They start doing this shit in new houses. I don't get it. He came and introduced himself. I watched him the next year get from a little rinky-dink car to a truck with his face on the side of it. And what I realized is that this guy is building himself into someone with no debt. He married the woman that had his kid and all of that. So he's bringing value. And his woman is college educated. You know, the one thing he told me, she was the one that got them denied for their mortgage, because she weighed their debt to income ratio down.
Yeah.
So I need women to start thinking in real life. You are not you're not always the most valuable person in this relationship.
Hey, Mike.
Well,
that's a good point.
No,
but it's not all about money, though. I guess that's to your point.
I'm just saying, understand the true value of a man is his morals, character, and man, forget these niggas in that Nordstrom Rack shit. Yes, a man that is working but can bring something to scale. Remember, this whole world, a man that can use these will always have work.
Okay, wait a minute.
I cannot replace.
Wait a minute.
Go, Uncle Geoff. Go real quick, and I gotta get AJ in. Go ahead.
Okay, super fast. First off, when I said Nordstrom Rack, I just meant Tay should take AFR to Nordstrom Rack.
Yeah, that's
and
what
blow about 500 straight and out. I didn't say he worked there. I said, I never find myself going, wow, that's a nice shirt, AFR. I never say that to myself.
So AFR, those are your brothers talking about
now. Let's get it's us, it's the dudes. We trying to help you out. Let's get back to college educated women. It is not that you have a degree. It isn't even, we can deal with your credit. Here's the problem with college educated black women. Your degree comes up in arguments that aren't about Freemasons, weather, or deodorant. We're not talking about either one of those. We're not talking about the topic of your degree. We're not talking about school and your degree, that we didn't watch a show on your subject. We are talking about this. And this particular thing does not need your degree, nor does it need reference to it. And that is the problem I hear from most brothers with regard to hierarchy in the American mind. Yeah. That's why we keep talking about places elsewhere where shout out to electrician. I was a avionics technician and an aircraft electrician in the military. Especially now, you see Savage, let the grid go down. He good. Let if Savage is in that flood, if shit hit the fan, you better have some dudes around you to know what the hell they doing. Yeah. These can't fix a flat ass dudes. They're horrible. They're horrible.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Yeah. So I get that, sisters. What I still think, and it's gonna get out here to where what we talking about right now is moot. It really is. This conversation we having right now is flatline, because this is good for about 10 years ago. Now, y'all keep doing it. You keep doing. You can keep focusing on the dudes you don't want. You can keep complaining about what it is we don't do and where it is we don't go. But the problem is, you're not leaving us. We're leaving you. and we want you.
Are you
not
leaving?
Our problem.
Are y'all leaving because of the degrees? Because now it sounds like y'all are going back to the whole thing with saying
yes.
black women.
Let's go with
hold
yes.
on, I gotta get AJ
yes,
in. Let me get AJ in.
No,
this Nate. I think the overarching point that Uncle Geoff made is the degrees are being weaponized for no reason. They don't got shit to do with the conversation. Y'all using them as ammo. It's unnecessary. And
yeah, but nobody else brought it up but the men. Nobody else came out.
No,
and said,
he was giving you an example. He was giving you an example of what happens when women have degrees. And when they're not considering a man's real value, like the examples that were just given, and y'all weaponize degree like we give a fuck. AJ, I gotta get AJ in. AJ, what's popping?
Man, it's a two